Hi, this is George. This is going to be kind of a guide for Godward Dungeon. For the most part, I just have a Slayer task for Greater Demons. So I'll be fighting the one that gives the most EXP, probably. Kril Santroth? What's this called? Kril. Kril is actually one of the. I don't know, he's both easy and difficult in some strange ways. So he's relatively easy because he has relatively low health. I think, let me pull up the wiki page here. Krill only has 55k health, which is a lot less compared to the 75k that Kriara has, which is the Armadale boss. So he's also the only boss in the God Wars dungeon that's actually weak to a style, and that's fire spells. So you don't actually need a level 90 weapon to really get 100% accuracy on him because a level 80 crystal staff works just fine. Well, I mean, I don't really kill him outside of a Slayer task, so I wouldn't really know, but I'm assuming it should be fine. Weaknesses fire spells, make sure to use either Blood Barrage or Fire Surge. Anyway, so he's also pretty easy because I don't know. I get that feeling that magic attacks, magic abilities do more damage than the other three types, than the other two types. I mean, okay, well, that's getting into a completely different topic. But anyway, Kril is also relatively difficult because he has a special attack that can do up to 6,000 damage. He uses it, based on my experience, I want to say roughly every 25, every 30 seconds, I think. And it does, in addition to doing a lot of damage that you can't really block with protection prayers, it also drains your prayer by at least 300 points. So prayer drain is going to be a thing that you're going to have to watch out for when you fight Krill. But that's going to be part of our strategy as we gear up. So he also poisons you, which is pretty unique for all the God Wars dungeon bosses, except maybe Nex. And this poison actually does a pretty decent amount, so I suggest bringing anti-poisons. You don't really have to, because, you know, if you're really high leveled, you can probably just soul split that stuff away. But, you know, just to be safe, I just bring 2 potions anyway. It's not like I'm really using the slots. So, yeah, first let's talk about gear. The first thing you're going to want, the very best thing you can have in this slot is probably the Mighty Slayer helmet. There was an update to Slayer, I think a few years back, that let you upgrade your Slayer helmets so they actually have a decent armor bonus. And the main reason we had this, though, is because it gives accuracy boost to whatever you're fighting on your Slayer task. Accuracy and damage boost, I think. So, right now my task is Greater Demons, so I'm going to get that nice boost against Krill, as well as Slayer EXP, which, anyway. If you don't have a Greater Demon task, but still feel like fighting Krill, you can either use a gown, Hood of Subjugation, Virtus Hat, Sea Singer's robe, Sea Singer's hood, or, you know, whatever it is. Any, you know, decent mage gear. You're going to want to fight this guy with mage for a variety of reasons, only one of them being the style advantage, but I'll get into other ones later when we're actually fighting the boss. So other than that, this is pretty basic stuff. You got the Fire Cape, or Obsidian Cape for Mage. This is Virtus. I like using Virtus for the damage boost. You can also use Sea Singer or Subjugation if you're feeling brave. Probably not the Tectonic, because, I mean, you're just going to be losing money. Probably. Anyway, for my arrows, I actually have the Tier 1 Quiver 4. It doesn't actually do anything useful aside from providing 4 prayer bonus, which I probably don't need, but, you know, it's there. I also have the Superior Leviathan Ring. It's a really great ring that reduces damage you take, sometimes. And if you're feeling lucky, you can bring a Ring of Wealth, or you can also use a Surgeon's General Ring, or Asylum Doctor? Let me check. It's the one that gives you actual bonuses. Asylum Surgeon's Ring. That's also a viable option. If you don't have that, there's always the sixth age circuits that you get from completing the World Wakes, or the Tokolzo. I don't know. There's plenty of options. Just whatever you usually bring whenever you're fighting something with mage, just bring that. Let's see. So the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Superior Scrimshaw of the Elements. This is actually optional. I got this from doing ports, and I was actually using this for the Morven's Slayer Challenge. No, not the Slayer Challenge, the Rush of Blood. Because one of the completionist requirements was to finish the Platinum one. And I did that, and I still have this used Scrimshaw, so I was thinking you might as well use it. But you don't really need this to beat this guy. I just have it because it's taking up space in my bank. You probably know about the God Wars protection idea, and in this case I'm wearing Nex armor, so that makes all the factions unaggressive against me. If you don't have Nex armor, you should probably bring something like the Shard of Zaros. It's around here. This thing. This goes in your pocket slots. You get it from this one quest, Fate of the Gods, I think. And this will make all factions unaggressive to you. And if you don't have that either, you can wear specific god-related armors or, things. And that'll make those specific factions unaggressive to you. In this case, if you're fighting Kril and you don't have any Zaros-related items, you're going to probably want to bring something that makes Zamorak forces unaggressive against you. So like maybe Zami arrows. And what else is inside the Zami base? I honestly don't remember. Maybe bandos? But yeah, in that case you're going to want to run right to Zami's fortress, so the other mobs don't pile you that hard. Okay, so back to gear. I have a Demon Horn necklace as my necklace, and Penis Aura, and an attuned Ectoplasmator. So what these things do in conjunction is these give me pretty much unlimited prayer points. The Demon Horn necklace gives you, I think, 150 prayer points every 150 prayer points every time you use the Ectoplasmator to scatter infernal ashes, which Kril and his minions drop. So with this thing, I scatter the ashes, and then the necklace gives me 150 prayer points for each kill. So that's like 600 prayer points if I kill Kril and all of the minions. So that's one form of prayer gain. The second thing is the Penance Aura, which, every time you take damage, you gain some prayer points, which is kind of weird in a way, but hey, it works. So I usually use these two in conjunction, and I don't really need prayer potions at all, which is good because I really suck at planning those. Like, how many should I bring? 4 or 5? I don't know. Kril actually drains a lot of prayer too, so the fact that these 3 items in conjunction can pretty much negate the use of prayer potions is really nice. Holy Overload Potions flasks. You can get these flasks in Elf City, and basically what these are, it's just an overload and a prayer renewal in one slot, and there's 6 doses instead of just 4. To be honest, I don't really need the prayer renewal in here, but I have it there just in case. And additionally, when you create these, you actually use 4 doses of Overload Potion to get 6 doses of the Overload Flask, or Holy Overload Potion Flask. So that's like, 2 extra doses of Overload every time you make a potion. So that's why I just carry these things around pretty much wherever I go whenever I'm fighting something. So these are pretty great. Each one of these potions, each dose is 6 minutes, each one is 36 minutes. So, it's like an hour. It's my typical trip. I don't think I've ever done a run that's more than 1 hour because I just get bored. Yeah, so potions and, anti-poison pluses, these last for 12 minutes each. Kril has this strange ability where if he uses a special on you, he actually reduces your anti-poison timer. So that's why I bring 2 of these, even though technically... Well, no, I'm going to have to bring 2 anyway, because each one is 12 minutes, and then 4 would be only 48, so not exactly an hour. Okay, so Dread Nips, you get these from Dominion Tower. That's pretty simple. Um, I'm using Fire Surge, so I want to bring 2k Fire Runes and 2k Air Runes. And I also have 2 Fires and 2 Laws for the God Wars Dungeon Teleport. It's in the standard spellbook. Um, Expensive Spices is a necklace that you can just have in your inventory. Every time you eat food, it'll give you 50 extra life points, so that's pretty handy. Spring Cleaner basically just cleans up a bunch of your drops. Like you can break down your rune plate body drops into runite ore and coal and send them directly to your bank. So the fact that I'm not bringing a pack yak makes it so that I can access a lot more of the drops that I get, which is really nice. Of course, emergency teleports and sharks. Okay, so I'm bringing an ice nihil pouch as my familiar, and the great thing about ice nihils is that other than just doing magic type damage and a decent amount, I guess, they last for 90 minutes, which is going to be all of your run and more. And they also boost your magic by 5%. So this basically gives you an accuracy boost. It also applies. There's also a chance to apply 5% accuracy and defense reduction on your target every time it attacks something. So it's kind of like a really, really watered down version of Anguish, but it's free debuffs to your enemies. So I just bring it because of that. Let's see. I'm actually not very good for talking for long periods of time, so I think I've pretty much explained most of the things I'm doing so far. Quick prayers are set to Soul Splits and Anguish. Or, no, not Anguish. Anguish is the ranged one. Sorry, I meant Torments. Yeah, so Soul Split and Torment. If you're not feeling lucky, you can use Protect item. If you don't have Soul Split or Torment, I guess you can just use the Leech Curses and, deflect something. Deflect melee, probably. Maybe magic. I don't know, Dobby does uses Deflect magic, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but hey, whatever works for him. Alright then, so just make sure I'm on my task. Alright, good. Make sure my stuff isn't too crapped up before I start. I'll manage. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm a little worried, but let's keep on going, I guess. Select my autocast spell. Okay, so as far as kill count goes... Oh, oops, I attacked the wrong thing. Maybe you shouldn't be taking kill count tips from me. But, so the good thing is that Zamorak's forces are really, really aggressive in the God Wars dungeon. And, that means that when you get there, there's usually going to be a bunch of injured Zami forces already there. Also, Zamorak has imps in his army. I think that's pretty fucking hilarious. But, yeah, what that means is that you can just either pick off the imps or pick off the injured people, or, alternatively, you can also attack the spiritual mages inside the, inside Zamorak's fortress, because those actually give some pretty nice drops, especially if it's Spring Cleaner. Like, they drop these elemental battle staves, so, battle staves. So those are actually really nice. Well, I think I've cleaned up most of the injured guys. You just jump right on through here to Zamorak's house. Doing this will drain your prayer for some reason. I always thought that was super weird. But no worries, we can attack these spiritual mages, and our Ectoplasmator and Demon Horn Necklace will get us pretty much all of our prayer points back by the time we fight the boss. Oh, this is also great because you can soul split the minions if for some reason you need food. Yeah, as you can see, I'm getting roughly 150 prayer points for each spiritual mage or warrior kill. Oh yeah, I can summon this guy, I almost forgot. Hmm. Oh yeah, see, so the spring cleaner, it's actually this thing you get from Treasure Hunter, which is kinda, I'm not sure how I feel exactly about that, but it's, I'm not gonna deny it's really helpful. So if you get an elemental battle staff, it uses up one spring, but you get a bunch of stuff back, so it's really nice. Sometimes it does wreck your item for some reason, but that's actually pretty rare. And I mean, it's not really that big of a deal because, especially since you kill things so quickly after EOC, like you don't really care that much if you lose like one drop or two. In fact, like the fact that I think the major selling point is that not only does it usually increase the value of your drops, it also makes it so that it gets sent to your bank directly without you even having to take time to pick it up. So, you know, it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we can sunshine out this bitch. I always thought it was kind of weird how the goblins inside God Wars Dungeon were buffed. Because, before the God Wars Dungeon update, goblins were also hella weak. And now they have like 6k HP, which granted isn't really that much, but it's, competitive with these guys, I'd say. And now, for some reason, everything inside the God Wars Dungeon is pretty much on par with each other, except the imps, which still have like 5k. No, sorry, 500 HP. Oh, 200. Okay, never mind. Guess they're just regular imps. But it really does make Zammy kill count easy, and I would be killing the imps if the mages weren't so good at giving me stuff. Ooh, one of my friends just got 50 mil cooking EXP. I wonder why. Alright, well, anyway, that's kill count done. Not much to talk about there. Okay, anyway, so, you can choose to just enter the room normally, but what I usually do is I start a custom session. Firstly, because I don't get crashed. Not that anyone would actually crash here in Zammy Boss, but mostly because I can set the respawn speed to fast, which honestly probably earns me a lot more money than the 200k costs. Okay, so the first thing I do is I stand on this corner, or this side of the room, because the enemy boss spawns on the other side. And as he's walking towards me, I can get a combust off on him, which is going to be pretty devastating because he's going to be walking. Oh, oops, forgot to turn on my prayers. And before the special attack on my sorry ass. And also, most of his minions spawn on the other side of the room. So this is really nice because sometimes they don't really notice that you're there until, a little bit into the fight. Okay, looks like he didn't get to use his special that time. Anyway, so the respawn speed of the boss now is relatively fast, so you don't have to worry about adrenaline stalling or anything like that. Really convenient. Although I do have anticipation on here, just in case I kill the minions too quickly. Kill the minions too quickly. Such a strange thing to say. Alright, but as far as strategy is usually concerned, um, I would prefer to use Sunshine on every kill because Sunshine really speeds up your kills on these bosses. And the faster you kill him, the less chance he'll be using his special or his uh, special ability or special attack. Yeah, as you can see, that was like a 25-second kill, so that was really nice. But the thing is, you actually kill this guy so quickly that your Sunshine isn't really up before the next one spawns. Well, on the bright side, that means you're getting like 60 kills per hour at the very least, so that's pretty nice. But what happens is usually I alternate between like one kill I use Sunshine, one kill I just use Thresholds. And yeah, the max hit on his special is 6k, so unless he recently used one, I try to stay above the 6k threshold for HP because I really don't want to get dropped. Mostly because I would just feel bad about myself. Like, I got dropped at the Amarok God Worst Dungeon. Okay, but you know, pretty simple boss. You just stand there, kill things for an hour, and then your time is up and you leave. Oh yeah, the minions drop food, which is really nice if you're kind of struggling. I mean, I brought an inventory of sharks, but it's not like I really use them most of the time, so it's just kind of there just in case. Okay, so more detailed strategy, I guess. So in this case, I'm using Soul Split and Torment, and what you'll notice is the fact that I use Ignite pretty much before at the start of every kill. And part of this is because Ignite gets pretty good damage against Kril as he's walking towards me. That's undeniable. But also because Ignite has relatively high hits per second. Like, you can get 6 or 5 hits, I think, on Kril. And what this basically does is it gives you a better chance to proc your Torment's debuff on him. And you know, the more you debuff him, the easier it's gonna be to, you know, do some really high hits on him. So it's actually really nice. Oh yeah, see, that was his special. It just did 6k damage. Oh no, sorry, 4.6k. Guess that's different. Usually it's not really that big of a deal for me. It's like, you know, eat some food, whatever. You want to be careful and not get dropped though. That's certainly a biggie. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, mostly though I just soul split the damage off, so. Especially with Combust, because it does a lot of damage in small increments, so you get more with soul split. And of course, if you hit like a truck, then you're gonna soul split more too. Yep. Another thing I like about using magic is the basic abilities are actually really, really good. Especially the... Okay, so to be honest, I don't really like dual wield magic because I know the concentrated blast DPS is actually relatively high. But, like, you just build up adrenaline so slowly. So, in this case, you're using Sonic Wave, which reminds me of something else, but like it does really good damage, and you can build up adrenaline at a regular speed, so you can still get your thresholds off pretty quickly after using your ults. And Dragon Breath is really nice because you can usually hit at least two things here. Usually Krill and the melee guy, depending on how you're positioned. And the more damage you do, the more you're gonna soul split, so that definitely helps you. Combust is, combust. Not much to say about that, other than being pretty awesome. Chain is also really good, because these guys are pretty big. So in most situations, you're going to be hitting, if they're actually like aggressive towards you, you're going to be able to hit a lot of them, or 3 of them usually. 3 is the correct number here. Using smoke tendrils is kind of a risky move. I usually just use it because the other, I usually use it because like the other mage thresholds are really kind of shitty. Other than Wild Magic and, oh, oops, you're not dead yet. Oh, okay. Other than Wild Magic and Asphyxiate. I kind of wish Jagex would do something about that, but, to be fair, the mage basic abilities are pretty awesome, so, there's that. I mean, like, theoretically, you could use you could use Smoke Tendrils, and then, you could use your special attack right after you did that, and then that'd be very bad for you, but, like, I think it's pretty uncommon for him to use his special attack right off the bat when he spawns. So, like, even right now, I'm not too worried. Oh my god, I forgot to use him in Overload, no wonder. Huh. Okay, maybe you shouldn't be taking these tips from me. I was wondering why my kill times were like 4 seconds higher. Well then. Sorry about that. So yeah, for the most part, just, I guess, enjoy the kill.
you.